Okay, hi. So, welcome to this
Hello.
interesting podcast, which we are going to be happening, as the name suggests, is going to be based on the theme Zindagi Ek Safar. Yeah, it's more like what we Bengalis call it's like a Bengali adda. Yeah, so in general, we are going to be talking about different things which is there in life. A quick intro of myself. I'm Tuhin Banerjee. I'm based out of Bangalore. I mostly am into consulting, more into the training part. I love to read books, and I have also written a couple of books, which is there. Okay. So coming to our first guest, who is there, and we are doing it on a very interesting day, which is 1st of April. So Priyanka, what is the significance which is there for you about 1st of April?
April Fools.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So
what
have
comes
you,
to my mind.
yeah, so have you any time in your zindagi being made a fool?
Yeah, I have also been made a fool and I've also made others a fool. So, yeah, both have happened likewise,
Yeah.
but not
So
on a bigger level.
yeah, it is supposed to be more fun, and I think that's what
Yeah.
Zindagi is all about. That once in a while, and within the whole year, there is a specified day when people can make fools of yourself, and no one takes any offense to it. But once in a while, if it's
Yeah.
more, yeah, if life regularly keeps on making a takes your trip, then you will have a problem, which is there. Okay, so tell us about your suffer in the Zindagi so far, Priyanka.
So, I'm still in my 20s. I have finished my graduation and currently I'm working. So, that's pretty much it. So, yeah, I grew up, I became an adult, sadly.
Ah, so you liked it more when you were a young person, youngster, or a child?
This is the kind of thing like as you grow up, the older days feel more better. So now at this point, I feel like, those were the better days. So yeah.
So, what exactly do you miss of, let's say, the older days, as you rightly put it? What are few things which you
Well,
miss?
one thing, I mean, it could be more on a personal level, but I was more carefree those days. I didn't have too much to worry about. And then I used to have fun with my friends, like go and play with them. And now it's kind of more like everyone is busy, everyone is grown up. So that's there. So that's one of the things. But yeah, obviously growing up has its own advantages. When you're working, you earn money, so that's a good pleasure.
Hmm. Okay, so if you have the money, then why you are not able to mm, maybe spend the same kind of fun time with your friends?
Well, everyone is kind of busy with their own life. And okay, like even if we don't consider the current pandemic situation where everyone is mostly at home, generally also they are busy with their thing and their work. I'm busy with my work. So in order to make the said money, I have to spend like 9.5 hours in my office. So that takes up like most of my days, and Saturday Sunday is something like it more become like a rest day. So that's there.
So when you had your college, how many days you had off?
I had actually 1.5 day because I still have half day college in Saturdays. But then when you're in college, I mean, there is the studies, but then there is also the thing to have fun and hang out with your friends before and after college during breaks. Yeah, I agree that even in office, I and my colleagues hang out during lunch break and all, but things are a little different, obviously, compared to the college days.
So
So
specifically in the last 1 year, I think many of us are doing work from home. You're also doing work from home
yes,
now.
yes. I've also been doing work from home since March of 2020.
So I think one answer will be will definitely miss out hanging with your colleagues which were there who were there
Yes,
from your office.
that is true.
What
That
else
is
do you
true. That's
miss from working in the
um
office vis-a-vis work
from
from home?
working in office. This is the biggest thing I miss. That is hanging out with my colleagues and all. I mean, there is the studies, but then Another thing which I would miss is kind of like from home. Few things goes like we might have to extend our work, or we might have to work on weekends. That's one drawback. Or else, if you see, the rest is good because my office is like really far from my place, and I had to travel like 3 hours in the morning, almost 1.5 to 2 hours in the night. So that is not there. So that's one big plus. Since I love to sleep, at least I can sleep till late rather than wake up way ahead of my office starting time and all. So yeah, but the thing I would miss the most is hanging out with my friends. Sorry, my colleagues are kind of like my friends, so hanging out with them.
Okay, so are you able to sleep more now from working from home vis-a-vis when you had to go to the office? Because that's something which you said you love.
Yes, I would say like the thing is my work starts at 12, but if when I was going to office I had to wake up around 8 o'clock and leave by 9 because it would take 3 hours to travel. Since now it's starting from 12, I can wake up around 11:30, and that's okay. And another thing what used to happen is I used to come back real late around 11 o'clock or something, because again coming back there's the whole traffic and all, and then I'd be tired and I'd go to sleep and all. But now at least once work is over, little bit I can do things I like, and then once I go back, comparatively, I feel I'm getting to sleep more. That's what I feel personally.
Okay. Um, so has there been any change which happened in the last 1 year? Because I think we are talking about now more of a short term. Any positive or any negative change because of the COVID situation?
Well, one thing, the negative thing would be we kind of all got locked in our home, and I put on a lot of weight. I, I was home and I was working and all that's there. But I have one really positive thing that happened. I'm kind of interested in the Korean culture, and there were this Korean classes which I wanted to go to, but it was based out of Delhi. I'm from Bangalore, and they all had like offline classes, but due to COVID they started the online classes and I could attend it. I would say this was one of the very nicest thing that happened thanks to COVID.
Okay. And so you said you had one of the challenges which was putting on weight. So,
Yeah.
so what are you planning to do? Because Zindagi is a suffer as we are talking about. So, are you planning to continue on the same thing, put on more, or trying to reduce it?
No, I'm trying to reduce. I kind of don't exercise that much, but now I'm trying to like at least bring in a little bit exercise. It's hard. I started, but then I kind of stopped and I could not restart it again. But I really want to, and I hope that soon I'll be able to.
So, is exercise the only way of losing weight, or there is can be some other things?
Well, exercise is not the only thing. I mean, you should also have a balanced diet. I'm not telling dieting per se, but uh, as soon as I do exercise and come, I cannot like have sweets and junk food and all. So that one thing has happened for sure. Since right now my activities have reduced, my food intake has also comparatively reduced. So I believe I put up some weight, but then I kind of managed there without gaining more weight thanks to that, because my diet kind of, like my food intake kind of reduced because I'm not burning that much of calories or not using that much energy. So food also is one thing which would probably complete food and exercise kind of go hand in hand, is what I believe.
Hmm. So, anyone from your family or friend is trying to help you in this journey of trying to lose weight?
Oh, well, I'm kind of shy to like ask like that, and that's why even if I do exercise, I try to do it when no one is around. I don't know, I'm little weird like that, so I've not directly asked anyone. So, but yeah, so as of now, no, but that's because I've not really approached anyone for that.
Because many times they say that some of these things which can be little difficult if you have let's say you're not going to the gym, but there's a term called gym buddy. Yeah? which basically means there is
Yes.
another person who will also be looking at doing something. So you motivate each other, because since we ourselves are not able to motivate so much, so if you have someone as a friend who says that, okay, I'm also doing at my place and you are doing at your place, but he or she checks out on you saying that, okay, did you do this exercise today? Or you share with the other person, oh, today I had sweets and I think the calories have gone up and something like that. So that's something
Yeah.
which sometimes if you can try, maybe that can help, because
Yeah.
then you have very clear
True.
cut goals which is there.
Yes, yes, I agree. Even I've heard of that, and maybe I should try that out. Though I just remembered, like, briefly for a moment, I was working out. I mean, doing this walking and running exercise with my mother. But then I don't know. I mean, I think I kind of stopped, and then it kind of like got terminated. But I do agree. I'll probably try that out to make goals with some friends.
You can also do it with your who else is there in your family, your sister or someone?
Yes, yes, yeah. I can do it with my sister too, but then the thing is she's really busy right now. But then yeah, if she gets time, I'm gonna have to convince her, and then maybe I can do it with her.
But how much you are like wanting to put time on your exercise? Is it 15 minutes,
I
half an hour, 2 hours?
for me it's gonna be half an hour to 1 hour. I
Mm-hmm.
believe that's what I can, that much time I can put. That's what I used to do before also. It used to vary from half an hour to 1 hour. I, at least even if I don't start exercising, I want to probably go for walks which should last half an hour to 1 hour. So that's that would be my time range.
So the same thing, your sister also can maybe bring out half an hour in a time. No? So
Yeah. Uh, I think she can. So yeah, I guess I can talk to her and see about this. Yeah.
okay, because the question is very similar to, I think, what used to be maybe being asked when you were a child, saying that who is better, your mom or dad, kind of thing. So I don't know what answer you used to give, but today, if the same question is asked, according to you, who is better?
Uh, for me, everyone has their own flaws and everyone has their own like good qualities. And for me, in my life, not just with my parents, but even with my friend, I usually don't really compare people. Like everyone has a different role in my life, and for me, everyone is in a different level. So it's not like who is better, who is not good. Everyone is like kind of like the people close to me are important. So I don't have like they are more better or they are more better. I just love them all equally. So
Okay, so as a daughter, I understand that you have got the diplomacy from my side, or is it from your mom's side?
uh I
Who
don't
is more
like
diplomat?
it.
Okay, let's forget that. Forget your thing. Who is a more diplomatic person, your father or your mother?
hmm. uh I believe I believe my dad is comparatively more diplomatic. My mom is kind of like upfront, so she's kind of like direct. But my dad is kind of like the peacemaker type. So yeah.
So your dad is always better, no? So finally, that's the answer which you gave. Okay, wait till your mom
I,
actually sees this particular podcast and
that's
all,
not what I said. I definitely did not say that.
and it will
And both are
definitely
good
help, no?
qualities.
Yeah,
No,
it will
you know, both
definitely
are
help.
good
She'll
qualities.
stop
It's kind of
giving
like
you
they balance out each other.
yeah, she'll stop giving you food, and which will also ensure that your goal of trying
That is
to
not true. That is not true. I stand by my initial answer. Actually, this answer also complements that. They both are like good in their own ways, and I don't feel like anyone is better than the other person. I honestly love them love them both equally.
okay, both of us have very interesting background. So can you tell us something more about the background which we are using? Who is the creator?
Oh.
How did you, who did it?
So yeah, these both are like art pieces created by me. The background which Turin is using is this watercolor art which I did, which is like on watercolor paper, whereas the background which I am using is like a digital art that was also done by me. I actually did that on MS Paint. So both are artworks which have been done by me.
So how do you get the time to pursue your hobby? So I'm assuming uh, painting and drawing is one of your hobbies. So how do you get your
Yes.
time? Because you said you're quite busy.
Um, this is something I really like to do. So usually, at least on weekends, I try to maybe do one artwork or something, or whenever I have time, I try to do at least one artwork or something. And it kind of like gives me peace, and like it's something I enjoy to do. So yeah, so if I get time, I definitely try to at least do one thing, like one artwork, or like start doing something. So yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So I think we spoke about life in general, but I think one interesting part is we all go through different ups and downs, which is there. So everyone will have
Hmm.
disappointment. So
True.
how do you take care of disappointment? One can be, as you said, maybe you get into uh, painting or drawing, which is what you like. Anything else
Yes.
which you do in case, or you have never had any disappointments in your life?
No, I mean, we all have disappointments and we all are disappointed with something. One thing for sure is, as you said, many times if I'm like not feeling that well or not happy, is I draw, and I kind of feel like it helps me. And then there are two other things which I can do. One sometimes I use distraction, like I try to distract myself from that topic, maybe like by watching some show or some movie, so that my mind kind of shifts to that topic rather than the topic at hand. But then once that passes, I usually try to figure out things to make whatever has disappointed me better, and like how I can overcome it and what all things I can do. Even though if things don't work out, I at least try to plan, and at least I try to do it and see where that takes me. So
Hmm.
these are the two things I usually do.
Okay. So, one place where you have visited which you really liked, and something which you another place where you want to visit in future.
Okay, so I believe usually me and before the whole COVID thing, me and my family used to go to trips at least once every year, and that used to be like really nice family time. And I believe as of now, my favorite location where I had gone to would be Singapore. I mean, I've gone to other countries also, but I was younger. But here I was like grown up, and that's something I vividly remember. And that was like really, really nice, and I really loved it. So for me, as of today, Singapore is like the best place among the places which I've visited. So that's there. And the place where I would want to visit is gonna be South Korea. As I said before, I really have interest in South Korea and South Korean culture, so I definitely want to go there once. And I want to go with my family. I mean, since me and my family, we always visit places together, so I want to go with them, because if I don't go, I'll feel like I know that that place is awesome, and I feel like they're gonna miss out on it. So I want to go with them. But then I also have few friends I want to go with them also. So, but that is one place which I 100% want to go to. That's my first like place where I want to go. And there's a second actually. Like recently, I was watching this video of the Wizarding World in the Universal Studios in USA. So I want to go there because I'm a big Harry Potter fan. But South Korea is number one.
Hmm. So Harry Potter. So there are a lot of theme parks in different places. So where exactly will you want to go?
Yes, there are many, but I think I'll have to research and see. Though the video which I recently saw was of this Universal Studio theme park, which was in USA. So that one looked really good. But then I know that there is like the actual, like, the King's Cross station and all in UK and all. I'm not sure, but I want to go to at least one of the Harry Potter theme worlds, but I've not decided on which.
Hmm.
So,
So you also do a lot of reading, and which is your favorite book if you do that?
yeah, I do read a lot. Um, Usually, I mean, I don't know why, but like I have a different book. There are so many books I love, but I think Fault in Our Stars always comes to my mind when people say favorite book. I don't know why, but I just loved that book a lot. But then I there are so many others. Like I have a special spot for the famous five books because that was the first book I'd ever read, like in novels and all. And I love the Harry Potter books. I've read that like multiple times. But I really like John Green's works, and I don't know, Fault in a Star, I believe, is my favorite book for some reason.
Good. So what will be your plans for the next couple of years, or maybe the next 5 years, 10 years?
Mhm. Usually, like I believe the one thing which I always the my dreams, the one thing around which my dreams revolve is like what I want and to where I want to be. Like I basically want to be like happy. So I guess I'm gonna try to do stuff which will make me happy, or at least even if I can't, achieve exactly everything I achieve, I'd want to achieve something which is close enough and which kind of like brings me in a like happy or peace state rather than like disappointment or like not happy state. I mean, I know you can't be happy all right, but always, but like something which is like peaceful enough. So that's something I'd want to achieve.
Okay, so we're coming to the end of this podcast. So any message for maybe the viewers who are going to be seeing it, how to live life, how to continue in the journey of life? What's your
Oh well,
perspective about it?
like for from me personally, I guess I'd like what to say is like there's always gonna be something or the other bothering us, and there'll always be some issues. But it's always better to find happiness in the small things. I mean that even though there is issues, like find your happiness and know that at least hope that someday in the future you'll be past these problems. I mean, now if I think about it, like I always like have like different problems, but after some time, like that goes away and new problems will come. But like things will be better, I guess. Like even if you overthink and worry, it's okay to chill sometimes. So
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Priyanka, for
thank you.
spending this time and sharing about your journey in life. Wish you
Yeah,
all the
thank you.
best.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye
Yeah, this
bye.
was awesome. Yeah.